So, because I have an issue with my
Not a problem. I'm good.
Sorry.
Nope. So we always start with a Wushu International Salute, which is friendship. Left hand, folded in thumb for humility, and gentle fist in the right, which comes together for strength. So we're coming together in friendship. We're humble about how much we have to learn, and we're going to have the strength and persistence to make it happen for ourselves. Okay, great. And now we're just going to gather some chi. And push it through. And when we're doing this, we're bending our knees and keeping our upper body perfectly straight, and all the work is in the legs. And now we're going to stop right here at the Dantian energy section of our body. And we're going to get ready for class, having fun in class. And we can do that best by checking posture. Chin is back, shoulders are down. And we're aware of our breathing. Knees are slightly bent if you can do that. We're just relaxing. Slowing our pace. When we came in, we were chattering, and now we're just quieting down and getting comfortable. Well, one way to do that is smile to yourself. You deserve a smile for showing up. Actually, once more. Breathe it in. Breathe in fresh air. Push it through the mind. Connect it to your body. And push it right through your feet into the ground. Okay, now we're going to just breathe in. Breathe out. Always maintaining that good posture. Breathe in, breathe out. Elbows are relaxed. Hands are relaxed in a gentle curve. And the upper body stays very straight, just sitting on top of those strong thighs. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we're going to swing the arms with gravity. And if they swing freely enough, then you end up slapping yourself for a quick massage. And this is to warm up the spine. Very good. And now let's gather some of that fresh air again. And push it through. And let's loosen up the neck. Push that air against the chin. Push away. Remember, we do this 3 times. Second neck exercise. Hands come up, one hand stays below, turn the palm toward you, and move to the outside of the body. Switch hands, move to the other side. And now, since this is a neck exercise, we're not moving our torso at all. Shoulders stay straight, and we're just moving the neck, isolating the neck. And we're trying to go slowly. Not something we're in the habit of doing, but really important in Tai Chi. Once more to the other side. And relax. And open your shoulders forward. Okay. And back. Second shoulder exercise. For a change, we're going to gather that fresh air, get that chi moving, pushing it through 3 times. Breathe in, push it through. Good. Okay, we're going to work on the spine now. First spine exercise, grab the imaginary ball, and then push the upper hand up to push up this ceiling, and then push down on the floor. And bring the hands together and bend the knees, and switch and push up and down. And come, bend the knees. Just do perhaps a few extra of these to get into the rhythm. It's a slow rhythm. We don't stall anywhere, we just keep that slow, rhythmic movement. And once more. And come back to the center, relax. We'll grab that imaginary ball again. And now move the whole upper body to the side. Switch hands on the ball and come around to the other side. Switch hands. Notice how as soon as I get to the other side, I switch hands and I start moving back. I don't hold it there. And I'm not trying to prove how far I can go. I'm just getting that sense of moving from one side to the other. It's a slower, rhythmic movement that your organs love. Getting all kinds of nice energy from it. And back to the center. Relax. Down to the hip area. And we're going to put all the weight on one leg. I'll put it on my right leg. Doesn't matter because we're going to both sides. Come up on the ball of the empty foot. No weight on this foot. Up on the ball of the foot. And then pivot on that ball while you keep your upper body straight ahead. So you're opening up the pelvis. You may not be able to go very far, depending on how flexible you are there. Different people have different flexibility in the pelvic area, but it's super important. Free up energy. Just do that a few more times. Sometimes I put my hand here to sort of check myself that I'm in the right form. And now I transfer all the way to the other leg so that my one leg is totally free of weight. Come up on the ball of that foot and pivot. When you read about Tai Chi, you always hear this learning how to transfer weight from foot to the other. Big part of fall prevention and balance. And now we'll redistribute to both feet. And the second hip exercise, we're going to put all the weight on the right leg, and then we're going to tap out the empty leg, and while we do that, we'll push back with the hands, and we'll swing that empty foot. Elbows stay relaxed, upper body is straight. Looks good. Looks good. Very good for beginners. Very often in beginning classes, people want to go like this. Very on Tai Chi. Upper body is straight and thighs are getting tired, aren't they? That's a good sign. Okay. Switch all the weight to the other leg. You come up on the ball of the foot to be aware that that foot's going to move. And now swing. And this is the normal pace for anybody, even the most advanced guru is going at this pace. I always like to remind you that I'm not slowing down for you because you're a beginner. This is the Tai Chi pace for Sun style, 73 form. And relax. Okay, so that was the hips. We're down to the knees. And make just gentle fists. Put all the weight on the right leg. And we're just going to tap out the left, and we're going to make a punching motion with the opposite hand, but our upper body's weight is going to stay on the back leg. And we're going to turn the wrist and pull it back, and then we're going to step back with that empty foot. Transfer the weight to the other leg, tap out. So I'm watching the class. Let me see if I actually see the class sort of listing like a boat in the water. That to me indicates that you're transferring the weight, consciously transferring your weight before you step. Good, okay. So we're going to make those fists again. This time, same thing, put all the weight on one leg. I'm on my right leg. This time I'm going to take a heel toe step, very intentional, and I'm going to let the weight go forward, and then back, pull it back, and then step back, transfer weight. Heel toe, weight goes forward. And then weight goes back before I step back. Now this is a real place where you could mistakenly let your upper body go forward as opposed to this. Very different. Always searching for words to help people understand that motion. Okay, relax. One thing is you're going to move a little bit in space from where I am here. You're going to move a little bit in space. How do I get my upper body to get over there without doing like this? If you think of this as a plane and this as a plane, I could get my upper body in that plane by going like that. Or I can get it in there by letting it be pulled by my legs. And that's what's happening. The upper body is it's not changing. It's going like this. And I'm moving myself through the space on my legs, on my thighs. So there are many, many forms that we'll be learning that require that. So I'll show you one of them. is something called leisurely Tai Chi. And I want to demonstrate that for you to see how you move in space. But it starts like this. I've already done that. And wait a minute, when I'm facing you is different than. Notice my upper body. Always stay straight up. My upper body was always straight up, and I was moving through space by relying on my legs. Okay, if there's nothing else you learn from this class, you will have benefited enormously just from relying on your legs and being confident that they can hold you up in any circumstance. Okay, great. So now we're down to the ankles. And we're just going to put all the weight on one leg. I happen to have it on my left. And I'm just going to go in. I'm flexing my ankle as much as I can. And then I'm going to transfer weight. In, out, in, out, in, out. And now transfer weight. Feel. And you look good. You're all tapping the same place on the floor. That's good. That makes your ankle flex and work harder. Okay, transfer weight. Okay, now we're going to make the ankles work even a little harder. First we're going to gather some chi, keeping the upper body straight. Think about that energy flowing right down through the feet. You're very aware of your feet right now. Maybe they feel even a little bigger. And now we're just going to go out on the side of the foot as much as possible, and then flat. Out, flat. You may be surprised how much you can flex that ankle. Go a little bit, and maybe just a slight bit further. Okay, now, big challenge. Flat feet, and lift up the outside of the foot. Come up on the inside, and then flat, without moving your knees. Your knees are perfectly straight, they're not working. Trying to lift up the outside of your foot, and so there's not nearly as much movement in this as when we do the outside. One more. Okay, now we're going to march. Again, flexing that ankle. We're going to test our balance a little bit by focusing on something in the mid-distance or some place to rest your eyes so that isn't too close to you. And then you're going to think about putting all your weight on your right leg and just holding your empty foot up and balancing. If you feel yourself becoming unstable, it's no problem to just touch down and try again. What we're doing is getting the little muscles that you don't use, and you stop using them a lot when you get older. And we're making them flash and wake up, and even if they don't maintain our balance, they're starting to work again. and eventually you can get, pretty stable doing this. Okay, so now let's transfer weight to the other leg. I like to come up on the ball of the foot first, so that I'm preparing myself mentally, and now I'm going to lift that foot up and just see how long I can hold it up. I like to do this when I'm brushing my teeth. I have an electric toothbrush, that's 3 minutes, that's very challenging. But anyway, easy thing to practice. All right, I think we're nicely warmed up. If you recall, we've been practicing commencement, the first form. Let me demonstrate it for you again. What am I doing right now? Anyone remember?
Checking alignment.
Hmm?
Checking your alignment.
Yes. Checking posture, alignment, as Ellen says, that's a good word too. So my chin is back and my shoulders are down. And my feet have some comfortable distance between them. And this is what commencement looks like. You're relaxing right now and watching. Okay, so let's practice that. I may not do as much talking as I have in the past since we've been practicing this for a few weeks. So, from the beginning, we're going to check again. Commence. Arms stay away from the body. Sink down, curve toward the body. Step forward. Come up along the body. Step the right foot forward. Reach out, reach back. Okay, one more time. Commence. That's 2. We do it through time. 3 is magic. Just for fun, why don't you test yourself and just see if you can do it without me to watch. And that's asking a lot, so don't forget, no one's evaluating you. We don't have any grades or anything. So first check your posture and commence. Arms up, stay away from your body. I couldn't see everyone all at once. But we had some variations, but you all had the major pieces, and that's good. That's real good. So let's do it again one more time now that you've tried to do it on your own. And, Jack, I have a sense that you're so tall that you might be... yeah, right there would be good, yeah. Yeah, that's good. You still have a good view of me. And Claire, you can move in some. Okay, that's good. Yeah, let's do it together. Commence. Palms face each other the whole time. Sink down, step forward with the left. Now come toward the body. Step forward with the right as you come up along the body. And then you reach out. And then back. Okay. I think a big tendency is to want to rush the moves. And so sometimes the hands get ahead of the feet. But anyway, that's it's coming along nicely. And then we learned super important form and very easy is the breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And let the air expand. And when we breathe out, we have to push. And we envision that sensation of compressing the air and tense up the muscles in our arms in order to do it. So we tense up and then we relax. And we breathe out. Breathe in. This form has as much attention as everything else we do. It is the easiest, but it requires a lot of attention to make it effective. So sometimes we just remind ourselves by practicing it. Okay, so next comes the single whip, which we started last week, and it looks like this. We have just done it. I'm going to demonstrate it. We'll break that up into two parts. The first part of single whip, we'll lead into it with a breathe in, breathe out. So breathe in, let the palms separate. Now breathe out. You look a little bit to the right and be prepared to take a step to the right. That means you have to transfer weight to that left leg. Step sideways to the right. Now push your hands away from you in a wedge, palms still facing, not too far. And then you're going to open up as if you're opening up a curtain. And then you're going to take the right side of your body and move it, the hand and the foot. I got ahead of myself. Let's just do the opening curtain first. Okay, so you just breathe out. Look a little to the right. Take a step to the right. Push the hands away and open the curtain. You're watching to see. Some people like to really fan out, but you people look good. Sun style Tai Chi is very close to the body, so we're never out too far. And past the side of the body, but not too far. Okay, so let's do that again. From the breathe out position, we step to the right, push the hands away, then open the palms up and open the curtain. And once again, knees are slightly bent. Step to the side, push the hands away, open the curtain. Okay, try that little piece on your own. Okay, so you're in the breathe out position. Now look a little to the right.
I have a question for you about the weight. Does it stay mostly on the right, or when you're pushing out the curtain, is it between both?
You are, when, of course, you step to the right, all your weight goes on the left leg. You only ever step with an empty foot, and then the weight gets distributed evenly.
Got it.
But before long, it's going to switch back again. That's a constant play in Tai Chi. That's where the balance becomes, where you learn balance. Because that constant shifting of weight. Okay, so try this. From the breathe out position, you look a little to the right and take a step to the right. All right. Push the hands away and open the curtain. Yeah. Good. Okay, so in the first part of that form, the hands push away like a wedge and open up before too long. And here's a good point. There can be a temptation for the hands to go like this. But if you're thinking of opening a curtain, your hands usually like this, and also if you're thinking of the martial tradition in Tai Chi, you're blocking something from coming at you. So you want your palms to be up like this. So let's do that together one more time. From the breathe out position, take a step to the right. Push that wedge away. Open the curtain, palms out and fingers up. Okay, now we have a new piece. You end like this, and then you bring the right hand and the right foot in, and the right hand ends up pointing toward the left elbow. By the way, Holly knows this pretty well. She's taken another class as well, so if you can't see me, she's a good model too. So, again, you were in this position. Knees are bent, body's upright, and now take some strength, depending on how much you're bending your knees. You're going to shift your weight to the left leg so you can close up with the right. And now if you look down at your feet, you should have some space between them, and everyone does. Good, good. You never want to close up all the way because that's not as stable as if you have space between. And I saw someone instinctively, Patty, see Patty's foot that came in? She stayed up on the ball of the foot. And that is actually what we're going to do. When we do this, we don't go flat on that right foot because we are going to get ready to take another step. So that's good. Something you don't have to remember. Your brain told you. Okay, so here we go, putting it together from the breathe out position. Knee is bent, all the weight's on the left leg. You take a step to the right, push that wedge away and open the curtain. And now let the weight go back to that left leg and you move the right foot in and the right fingers point to the left elbow. Good. And again. Step to the right. And check your feet. You've got space between them and you're up on the ball of the right foot. And once again. Good. This is a place where, for beginners, it's understandable. When we do this, a lot of people will rush to get into this position because moving from here to here, you're having to balance, like we practiced earlier. You're going to have to balance on this leg while your foot moves in. So if you need to help that, you don't have to bend your knee as much. You don't have to take a giant step here. You can take a small step for starters, so you don't have to balance as much when you move in. Because it's nice to be able to keep the same rhythm. So if you have to catch yourself like that, it's probably not as nice as if you take a smaller step so that you can manage that same smooth rhythm. So it's good. So we have done commencement, open and close. Not open and close. Sometimes it's called open and close. Breathe in, breathe out, and single whip. And the next step is wave hands in the clouds. But before we do that, let's just put to music what we've done, just so we can enjoy the sense of the full Tai Chi. Checking posture. Take a nice deep breath. Commence. Sit down. Step toward the body. Step. Reach out. Come back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look a little to the right. Step. Push away. Open the curtain. Come in. Now so you get a little bit of a sense. And we'll try that once more. We'll use it. Commence. I think everyone's in the right place. Okay, so that's good. So I'll show you what's coming after that single whip. We ended like this. This is called wave hands. It's a wonderful exercise in transferring weight from one leg to the other and focusing on the hands. And there are 3 big steps and 3 little steps involved in this before it ends. And of course, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we'll work on that next week because that's we'll spend the whole class doing that next week to get that down. So meanwhile, I have an interesting exercise for you where the front row people just compress to the back. And we're going to do what's called the Tai Chi walking. There are various versions of this, and here's the one I think is really helpful. You start with your good posture, and your knees bend a little bit. And you transfer your weight and you step forward and then let your weight go forward, upper body straight. And then the weight goes back. And then since your front foot is empty, you turn it a little bit. And then you put it down and let your weight go forward. Now that your weight is forward, your back leg is empty, you can step that foot straight ahead. And then let the weight go forward, weight back, pivot on the heel, weight forward. When I pivot, my whole upper body turns toward the foot that's pivoting. So I end up a little bit at an angle, but when I step forward, I step straight forward. So I end up in a straight line, even though this empty foot pivots, but then I straighten out again. Okay, so just turn around in place. And we'll walk back and I'll read this. Okay, so we're down. The weight's evenly distributed. Now I'm going to transfer my weight and I'm going to step forward, weight back, pivot, weight forward, step forward, weight back, pivot. Now as you can tell, the knees are bent and I'm slowly stepping forward. And look what a strengthening exercise that is. So at first, you will probably just bend your knees a little bit just to keep from locking your legs. But after a while, you can look like which Marx Brothers. You're all old enough to remember this walk. Where he walked like this. Do you know how strong his legs are to be able to do that? But in the Tai Chi walk, you bend your knees, maybe straighten up a little bit in this piece. But then when your weight goes forward, you're putting a lot of weight on there, and you're really strengthening. So next time you're in a supermarket, you can go up the aisle. I've done this in art galleries. I've gone up and down like this. And it's actually, if you, it can be relaxing because you're rocking back and forth. It's a rocking motion, it's relaxing because you keep shifting your weight. So anyway, we'll do that a little bit, a lot, because it's really beneficial. So we're ready to cool down now. Just gonna massage our knees a little bit here. Again. Let's do a variation. Let's scoop our hands up and away like this, as if we're scooping the handle of a cauldron. And then invert and around. Scoop under that handle. Invert your hands. And once more. And now, let's just pound the lower back and down the back of the legs and up the front. Lower back, down, and up. Good. And now, we're going to tense up everything except our shoulders are going to stay down. And then we'll let it all go. You can think of this as stuff you'd rather not think about. And just get rid of it. Okay, I salute you for, I think class is coming together, I think. We're starting to move a little bit. We'll add a little bit each week, and before you know it, you'll be doing the whole, I think it's 42 forms in the short 73 is what we're learning. So. Good work. I hope you have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't go down before.